Guys, Goku's new Super Saiyan form is all the hype and all the rage on the internet these days, but recently something was leaked that might give us a hint at the origin of this new form. Let's talk about it! What is up, YouTube? It's Josh. This is the Den of Nerds. If you're like me, you're loving Dragon Ball Super. The series has been great. It plays off the nostalgia well. It's constantly pushing the envelope. The current arc of the Universal Tournament is amazing with great action, but still, given all of that, the hypest thing in Dragon Ball lately has been the images of Goku's new form. Now, come on, let's just be real. As Dragon Ball fans, we are a sucker for new transformations. It's a part of the flavor. We love it. We love the craziness of it, the bombastic nature of the series, and the transformations are the epitome of what we love when it comes to Dragon Ball. So this transformation looks incredibly crazy, and we know very little about it. However, a leak that has been reported on 2chan has been making the rounds. People are reporting about this. People are writing articles about this. People are speculating. It's pretty wild, and I want to talk about it in this video. Now, what the report is, and it is just a rumor at this point, but the rumor is that there is leaked evidence that this form will be achieved by awakening the original brutal and cruel Saiyan genes. Now, why does this make sense? Well, the Saiyans are a warrior race. We know they have been around for a long time, and they have almost always cultivated a brutal and warrior-like thing. So there's a couple of different things in the mythos that could point to this being actually the case. For instance, why would Frieza, who was a really smart being, want to destroy them? And if you watch the special, the Bardock special, there is something in there about how he is noticing how the Saiyans are getting stronger, and he's worried by it, and he wants to shut it all down before it gets too crazy. There's also this crazy fact that there was a Super Saiyan God, a Saiyan that had the ability to become and fight on the level of a god. This is the whole crux of the Battle of Gods arc in the Battle of Gods movie. Beerus has some kind of recollection or vision about a Saiyan God. So there's a couple of things that are starting to add up here. We know that the Saiyans were super brutal. If you look back at when Nappa and Vegeta were rolling around, man, they were brutal as hell. And even the Saiyans in the Bardock special. So here's the thing. I could see this being the case, that there was something innate to the Saiyans that was primitive, cruel, powerful, and brutal. I mean, it sounds pretty dope, but if this does turn out to be the case, I actually think it's going to be much crazier than that. A lot of people are speculating that in the Universal Survival arc, there is something else going on beyond just a tournament. A lot of people point to the Grand Priest, to his conflict with the other universes, his smile when they are destroyed, and the fact that Zeno is essentially what he has to babysit. All of the angels essentially have to be at the beck and call of the gods of destruction, and they are more or less trapped because of that hierarchy. We also know there were other universes before that Zeno simply destroyed. Now, tension among the gods about what to do about mortals has been introduced in the Goku Black arc, and with Zumatsu, who, by the way, took Goku's body because of what and how powerful the Saiyans are. So all of this could actually make sense, and what I think a possible explanation could be is that somewhere way back in time, when the universes were first being created, that this gene, this brutal and cruel gene, was put into the Saiyans by the Grand Priest. What if this is his end game? The Saiyans will eventually come to a place where they can be awakened and have this crazy power, which is strong enough to potentially fight Zeno. That would be pretty wild, but it's not inconceivable when you consider some of the things that Toriyama has written. I mean, all of Dragon Ball, you just have this weird little kid who has a monkey tail, and then in Dragon Ball Z, you come to realize he's an alien from a warrior race that is going around selling planets. I mean, that's like recontextualizing everything in Dragon Ball in a mind-bending twist. So it's not outside of the realm for Toriyama to do something like this. If he were to write this so that the Saiyans are this crazy, almost time bomb that will have the potential to defeat Zeno, man, that would blow my mind. It also looks in these images that Goku just does not look like a nice person. He does look cruel and brutal in this image. And what I find interesting is, if you read a lot of the press about this, they are all saying that something really bad is gonna happen. So what if Goku himself becomes the main villain of the arc and beats Zeno and frees the angels, and then a whole new crazy adventure begins? I mean, that would be absolutely wild. Either way, whether these rumors are true or not, we are all super hyped on seeing this thing in action. And we're going to get to do that very, very soon. October 8th is the hour-long Dragon Ball Super special. If you haven't heard about this yet, it is going down. It's a One Piece one weekend and then Dragon Ball the other weekend. Usually they're back-to-back, and instead they're going to give all of One Piece to one weekend and all of Dragon Ball, and then it will be October 8th. So October 8th is when it goes down. We will get the answer we are seeking, but for now, this is the rumor. So what do you guys think about this? You think it's possible that 2chan got this right? That there's some genealogy thing happening here? Some brutal and cruel Saiyan gene that gets awakened? I mean, it sounds a little far-fetched, but then again, it does kind of fall in line with other parts of the lore. So let me know what you think. I just wanted to bring this information to you and kind of give you my own crazy speculation about how it could all work together. So that's all I've got in this one. I hope you are having an awesome and nerdy day. See ya!